Omori news has dropped once more, and while there wasn't a concert this time, we did get a couple of neat announcements, as well as a much needed restock of arguably the most popular merch this game has to offer. Welcome to the latest Omori news segment, where I discuss upcoming or recent Omori news for the lot of you. Let's take a look at what's happened recently in the world of Omori. Omocat, as in the organization, attended SakuraCon at the end of March. Would love to go to one of these someday. Not sure if Omocat herself always travels with them. I would doubt it. But getting official merch from the team in person sounds pretty awesome. Maybe if I attend one day, I'll lean in and tell the person at the counter, "Hey, I'm Boss Door," and they'll be like, "Wow, that's insane. Who is that?" As I mentioned, the plushes are back in stock. When this goes live, they'll have been up for about a day now, so for all we know, they've been long gone. You never know in some cases. I thought the faraway figurines would be gone in an instant, but all of the characters are still up for sale now. If I had to wager a guess, maybe there's something about the plushes that makes it easier to disrupt supply chains than vinyl figs, so perhaps something about their production is why they seem to always have less inventory than the figs ever do. I'll post an update in the pinned comment saying whether or not they are out of stock. That reminds me, does anyone remember the first time these things sold and the last character to get sold out was Aubrey? I felt so bad, like, what's not to love about Aubs? Come on, she's stubborn, but she means well, I promise. Just give her a chance, you know? Don't talk to her while there's a body of water nearby. What's going on in the world of Omori mods? A fair amount, actually. For one, there's the quality of life mod called AntiOmori Player Stresses, created by Discord user Erwin. It's a port of a plugin from Fallen Angel Olivia and Draught that adds some quality of life changes, such as having always run turned on by default, command reminders, which I take to mean that the cursors will automatically be hovering over whichever commands you had selected in the previous turn, default volume being 40% so you don't get jump scared on startup, guaranteed escaping from battles that aren't bosses, hit rate stacking, and recovering all of your HP and juice/magic on level up. If for some reason you're in the mood to complete Omori again and feel absolutely devastated, then this could be a more forgiving way to do so. That wasn't the only mod dropped on us recently, because we've been blessed with the holy grail of Omori fanworks as of the other day. The reason I started covering Omori mods in the first place, yes indeed, I am talking about the release of Sunny's Night at Boys, an Omori adaptation of the meme fanwork Five Nights at Boys. If you've seen my Undertale 2 videos, you know not to underestimate a game just because it sounds like a meme. This thing spent 9 months in development and has over 30 achievements, so if you want to experience a story with Sunny that's actually good, be sure to check out Sunny's Night at Boys. Not much is known about Omori Yodel, a project from crazy genius White Noise on mods.one, Omori modding site. What we do know is White Noise's past project Omori Vessel is, like the mod we just talked about, a project interested in disguising itself as a meme and then revealing itself to be much more, so perhaps Yodel mimics that same sentiment. It's been out for a long time, but as of April 1st, got an update. Feel free to play it if you're feeling brave. Link to get this one is in the description. If you'd like to talk more about Omori mods, promote one, or just recommend games for me to cover, be sure to join the Discord server down there as well, as we're almost at 1,000 members. Off-topic section time. Stardew Valley's much anticipated 1.6 update has arrived, bringing some much needed features, like a new farm type, and the ability to drink mayonnaise. Wonderful. This applies to both the Steam and Game Pass versions of the game, with the console editions estimated to get the free update around May or June. Sounds cool, but frankly, if they didn't make Caroline dateable, I'll give this one a pass. Another update on the horizon that's perhaps not as anticipated, but certainly will turn heads, is the 1.5 patch for Yik. You know, that RPG everyone dogs on because the writing is all over the place, and the main character's a tool. The update itself isn't out yet, but there is a demo of it available now called Yik Nameless Psychosis. Steam's About section describes the demo for the new update as such, quote, "Experience a sneak peek of Yik 1.5, a bold reimagining and expansion of Yik, a postmodern RPG. Step beyond Alex Eggleston's story and become the nameless child, a young girl pushed from a mysterious tower. Guide her through a surreal dimension where she must find a way to save both the good brother and the bad brother," end quote. This thing promises pretty much everything you'd expect from a giant expansion like this, as well as entire reworkings of existing systems. Beyond the new battle system, there's an expanded campaign, an area that's open world, new cutscenes and songs, etc. Like Kel with a Ponytail, Yick's developers have never had the best look, but it does seem like they're working hard on righting the game's wrongs, so hey, that deserves some respect if you ask me. Let me know in the comments below the Patreon link if you want me to make a Yick video. I actually started one some time ago, but I'd like some confirmation that it's worth doing first. Appreciate you. Back to Omori, the Reini Mari devs are looking for pixel artists and programmers to join their staff. This team recently showed off over 13 minutes of gameplay for the long-anticipated mod, and it looked fantastic. Link to the tweet to reach out to them is in the description, of course. Not a bad bout of news, right? Oh, there's a glaring omission in this video. That is crazy. There's nothing else big that's coming out. Stop that talk. Get out of here with that. Omori Reverie Chapter 3 releases today. If I've timed the upload of this video correctly, it should have dropped around the same time the mod went live on mods.1, which should effectively signal boost it. Omori Reverie is the first video I made to breach the 300k barrier, and was the first insanely successful Omori video I made, effectively putting me on the map. So, if you're tired of my crying RPG Maker faces invading your recommended, you can blame the Reverie developers and the monster they created, /J. For the few that don't know, Reverie is an epilogue story of Omori where Sunny returns to Headspace, but not as Omori, as his real-world counterpart. It was originally conceived by Stahl and Nuru as a gameplay-focused mod, where you party up with bosses you fought throughout Omori's original story, but slowly and surely, it started toying with concepts like the real world, opening itself up to more story-driven stuff. Stahl has gone on record saying he is a fan of the Omori ending's ambiguity, so it's unsure whether he'll reveal all or some of the friends' reactions to the truth about Mari in this mod, though I don't believe he's ruled anything out. 2 chapters have released, with the second one getting a considerable update in the form of Reverie 2.5 many months ago that added a new area to the second chapter. The footage you just saw was of Chapter 3, and from what I can tell, focuses a lot on real-world hijinks and awesome new NPC. What? Who is this?
Daddy, you better get the best for me.
Regardless, I have a lot of mods I still need to cover. Basil's Grief, Mari is Home, Omori Numuri, the Lava one. So I'll have to add Chapter 3 to my ever-expanding list. You thought video game backlogs were bad? Try making content and seeing what your video backlog starts to look like. It is disgusting. Thanks again for watching. I'll have a video on Instars and Time Up before long, as well as a video on Needy Streamer Overload for channel members. Really like how both of those videos are coming out, and can't wait to share it with you guys. Thanks so much, and have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.